Everybody knows Santa's favorite dessert is cookies, but did you know what his favorite meal is? Cutlets.
I don't want a lot for Christmas. There is just one thing I need. I don't care about the presents.
Welcome to Stir Crazy, home for the holidays, y'all. I'm Nico Moon. This is my beautiful wife, Anna Moon, y'all. And we are cooking up holiday specials that we love to eat in our home every single week. And today is the very last episode of Home for the Holidays, Stir Crazy.
I've had so much fun.
It's been awesome.
Sharing our recipes.
I know. And what are we wrapping up this with?
So we're making one of our favorite things, you guys, cutlets.
Chicken cutlets, y'all.
I feel, who doesn't love fried chicken? You know what I mean? And this one has like a little bit of an Italian flair because we've got some Italian seasonings. This is such a win-win. One thing we love to do is like when we just have friends over and we need like a quick little meal or a bite to give everybody, try this out. Cutlets are quick, they're easy, they're delicious. I've never met one person who doesn't love a cutlet.
So what are we making these cutlets out of? We got our chicken, right?
Look, I've already got on my gloves because we know at this point that I don't touch raw meat. So I can't even touch the outside of the bag. I've put on my gloves. Can you even handle that? Okay, so we've got our chicken breast. We've got eggs, olive oil, and some breadcrumbs. You can get store-bought breadcrumbs. I made these myself.
Now, how do you make breadcrumbs yourself?
It could not be easier. It's one of those things that now that I know how to do it, I will never buy breadcrumbs again. Take your few days old bread, put it in a food processor, get it down to this little size, bake it at 350 for about 5 minutes, give it a stir, another 5 minutes, and that's it.
Wow.
Add your seasonings if you want. You can just do plain breadcrumbs.
Wow.
It couldn't be easier.
And that's your bread.
And there's my breadcrumbs.
Let's go. Okay, so what's step number one?
Step number one is we're gonna start cutting up our chicken, and while I do this, I'm gonna have you get our olive oil nice and hot in the pan.
Okay, let's do it.
All right, so I'm gonna show you guys how to cut a cutlet. If you're lucky enough to live in a city where maybe you've got a good butcher that can cut you up some cutlets, you can have him do it, or her, but I'm gonna do it myself. And so what we wanna do is you wanna place your hand like this, kind of right on top.
Don't cut your hand, baby.
No, it's right on top. And then we're gonna get it as thin as we can get it. See?
Oh, wow.
A true Italian would probably look at that and be like, that is not
That's too
right.
thick.
That's too thick. But you know what? It's good enough for me.
You're making me so nervous right
Oh,
now.
no, don't be
Baby, you're gonna
nervous.
cut a whole little slice off.
Yeah, you might have part of my hand as a cutlet.
I don't want it.
Is that? Well, you know, because of if there's a blue glove in here, you know that we've made a
Gone
mistake.
too far.
We went too thin. No, but if you just apply
Easy,
the pressure, you'll be fine. You see how thin?
Woo!
That's a good cutlet. And once we start getting down here, you guys, look, this is a chicken tender. You see that down there? I'm gonna cut that off.
Little tender trying to play it off like he's a cutlet.
That ain't a cutlet, that's a tender. So that's another thing that I really love is
Oh,
right
yeah,
now.
you don't want to pound it down. So you
Right
get more out
now,
of it.
where things are so expensive, especially groceries and produce and just everything, this is one of those meals that can really go a long way and feed your whole family. And that's why I love it. And you've probably got all the ingredients already at home.
Love it.
So, into our bowl, we're gonna place our chicken. Nico, if you wanna crack our eggs, we're gonna put the eggs right in there with the chicken.
All right.
And I'll do the mushing since I've got
All of the egg?
Yep, the whole egg. And just do 2 of the eggs because if we were gonna do this other breast, I'd do the whole thing, but all 3, but just that's enough for this. Because we just wanna show you guys how it's done. Nico, will you grab me some salt and pepper?
You got it.
It's also important, you wanna have some good seasoned chicken. We don't wanna be those people who don't season our food, okay? We're gonna put a little salt and pepper, and these breadcrumbs that I made are very seasoned, so I'm gonna keep it simple. You toss some in here. I'm making this man work. He's gonna bill me for extra hours over here. That's perfect. That's great.
And then on the pepper,
A little bit of pepper.
say when.
Perfect. I like a little peppery.
Me too.
Okay. Now, so now what we do, and I'm gonna have you be the fryer because you know I'll probably burn myself if I try to be the fryer, so I'll do this part and then I'll let you do the frying. I have a history of loving to cook, but always injuring myself somehow. So look, we're just gonna press it right in here. Just like so. Make sure that we've
After you got that egg wash on there.
Yep. Some people do flour as well, like you'll dip it in the flour and then the breadcrumbs, but I like to do it this way. This is a little bit more of a traditional way of doing it. It's a little bit lighter as well because you're not gonna have all that flour. Okay, your time is coming.
I can't wait. Put me in, coach.
You're in. See, aren't we glad that we wore our gloves? Because you guys, that would have gotten so messy. Show our chef, the sous chef down here. You can tell that the oil's ready because if you look at it, it's got like a ripple on the top.
Over here, and I'll start putting them in.
All right, here we go. Get as many of them on there as we can. You hear that sizzle, you guys? That's what we want.
Oh yeah. That feels good. We're gonna go with that. All right, so when you got those whites coming up on the edges, y'all, like right there, that's when you know it's a good time to flip her.
Oh yeah.
When the mohe show, I like a big piece of pie. That's amore.
That's amore.
When you had too much wine in it.
Oh, yeah.
You're in love.
I don't know the words to those right there.
I can't remember where. You remember?
I don't remember, but I do remember that I like cutlets. So y'all know I have a weird thing with raw meat. Those tongs touched the raw chicken, so I've got to get a new set of tongs for my clean chicken.
These tongs are fine.
We can't use those tongs.
And that's it, y'all. We got cutlets. They look unbelievable. Look at these things.
So freaking good. I like to sometimes just serve it up with a little lemon. You can slice up some really thin just to put on top.
And maybe
put
squirt a
some on
little
to
on
squeeze
too, yeah?
as well. Yes, exactly. I'm gonna put a few over here for garnish and then just squeeze just a little bit on top as well. You guys, chicken cutlets. Santa's favorite and our favorite.
Love y'all. Give it a try and let us know what you think, y'all. See you on the road. Peace.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.